Before we start this video, I want to make it clear I'm not an expert. I don't have a degree in environmental engineering. I don't know a whole lot about this problem in China as far as like official, news and blah blah blah. But I do know what people have told me, and I do know what I've seen in traveling through a lot of China. If you don't like what I say in this video, I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. All right, so I've just finished up my first week of teaching at Jiaoda. It was a good week. Students were, of course, shy and everything because they probably didn't speak English their whole break, blah, blah, blah. But I just wanted to take a walk today and take you guys with me. And judging by what the environment of Lanzhou looks like today, I'm going to talk about pollution. See, if you look over here, see there's lots of fog, lots of gray. And that's fairly typical of what you will see in a mid to large sized Chinese city. And it's a problem. It's a big problem. Well, really, it all has to do with just China's economic boom. It's pretty much just build, build, build at all costs. This whole country is under construction, and this kind of environment is a result of that. Lanzhou and Gansu in particular gets a really bad rap for its environment, which I think is unfair. I went on my phone and I have an app that tracks the AQI, the air quality index of major cities in China, and I took data from a lot of different cities, including Beijing, Shanghai, Chongqing, Xi'an, what else? Guangzhou, Hangzhou, and a lot of other different cities. And I'm going to put them up, and you can see, Lanzhou, I think, I did it earlier today, I think it's 175 today. But the other cities, they are just right there on par with Lanzhou, and Lanzhou even beats out some of the other cities. Even places like Beijing, which is supposed to be kind of the star of China. It's supposed to be the best city, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, really, if you actually go to Beijing and you leave the tourist areas, Beijing's pretty much a shithole. It's not any good at all. If you're from Beijing and watching my video, I'm really sorry. Beijing people are pretty friendly, but the environment in Beijing really, really sucks. It's really dirty. It's really not any different from somewhere like Gansu, which is kind of like the hick province of China, the redneck province. So I really think that's unfair. Anyway, getting back to the figures, the AQI is measured by, I think, parts per million or parts per 500,000 or something. I forget what it is, but it measures the air quality, and what it's supposed to be at is about 50. It's not really a problem, but as you can see by the numbers that I'm showing right now and showed you before, it's way past that. There's almost no hope for Chinese cities right now, and it's really true. Like, I've said that it applies to just about every Chinese city, because it does. Every mid-level city to quote-unquote big city is going to be this way. It's going to look just like this. Just this gray fog in the air. I hope it shows up on the camera. I really do. Even though it makes the city that I'm living in look bad. I hope it shows up on the camera. Because this is China. That's what it comes down to. This is China, and that's what the air is like here. You see all these pictures of Beijing and Shanghai and Guangzhou and all these places, and they look really beautiful, don't they? They look really great. The sky is blue, the clouds in the sky are a perfect white color. They're wonderful, but that's not the way it is. It's really not the way it is, at least most of the time. Granted, I'm making this video in the late winter / early spring, and winter is the time when the pollution is the worst, because it's especially in Gansu and in the north where it's colder, people don't like to go outside a lot. So the factories say, oh, people aren't going to go outside, it's too cold, whatever. Let's you know, crank it up in here in these factories. So the air gets a lot worse. And before I, you know, go any further, I really want to just say, I'm not saying China is a bad country or it's a bad, evil place. I'm just saying that the air quality, you know, could be better. You seeing all this trash behind me and junk, you know, yeah, the general environment could be better. One thing that you can really see that illustrates this is the Yellow River, and if you look at it, it's not so yellow right now. Every winter it changes, apparently, and I hear it's just because factories dump less crap into the river, especially around the Spring Festival, and so the river really cleans up, and it has something to do with the silt and all of that. I really don't know, but it's a drastic environmental change that happens every year. So I think it's quite interesting, and really that's the reason I came out today, was to look at the river, and that really is a great reflection of the environment in China. During the summer, the environment is going to improve dramatically. People are going to be outside, they're going to be walking, shopping, buying things, and the air pollution is going to go down because the factories are going to put out less pollutants, less irritants and whatever, and the air is going to be pretty clear. I have these pictures from a couple of summers ago that I was here in Lanzhou, and you can see it's quite a bit different from the way it looks right now. It's pretty clear, and that's true in most cities in China. So if you're going to visit, you should probably come in the summer because the air is going to be better. Now the main reason, at least from what I've heard, of why China's air is so bad and is so polluted is, yes, because of the factories and they're making chemicals and blah blah blah, but also to produce electricity and power and all kinds of other things, they use coal plants, coal firing plants, and so all that junk goes up into the air and makes a whole country kind of like Coke Town. As China is developing and getting more green, a lot of these coal plants are slowly being phased out in favor of what? I can't even remember. Oh, natural gas. They're being phased out in favor of natural gas, and that is making the environment a lot cleaner, particularly in Lanzhou. I know that's what they're doing here, and in 1999, this was the most polluted city in the whole world. It was so bad you couldn't even see it from space because the pollution just covered the city. But now it's becoming a lot better, it's a lot cleaner, and it's because of these natural gas pipelines that are providing power now, and of course providing gas and all of that. And that's really great, and as China continues to expand that, the air will get better and better. The real key to combating pollution, air pollution, water pollution, whatever it is, although this was mostly just air pollution I talked about, is education. As you guys know, as this new generation is, you know, grows up and it's definitely going to be more educated than the older generation. They're going to know about what's really happening here in China, and they're going to know what other countries are like, and that a lot of other countries don't have serious environmental problems like this. And as kind of the awareness grows and the education grows, and maybe as a little bit more freedom of speech grows, this problem will slowly be, you know, taken care of. I mean, this is China; it's going to be slow. You know, they don't want to hinder their economic growth, but I'm really hopeful. This generation of you know, kids my age and younger, they give me a lot of hope because they are a lot more educated. They're a lot more worldly than the older people, and that's really cool. It gives me a lot of hope for future China. So my arm's getting really tired from holding the camera, and I don't really know what else to say. I just kind of turned on the camera and started talking. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Maybe I'll make a part 2. As always, I welcome comments, and I'll respond to them as soon as I see them. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.